Am I the a-hole for ghosting my fiancée after discovering a 10-year-old secret she's been hiding? So, Reddit. I know the title makes me sound like a complete jerk, but hear me out. I 28M have been with my fiancée, Claire to 7F, for 5 years. We've had what I thought was a near-perfect relationship. We rarely fight, we support each other's careers, and I was convinced that Claire was my soulmate. We were supposed to get married in about 3 months, and everything was set, venue booked, invites sent out, and we were neck deep in wedding planning. But then everything changed. Last week, I was helping Claire clean out some old boxes from her parents' attic because they're moving houses. I wasn't snooping or anything, just trying to be helpful. I came across an old journal, and the only reason I even flipped through it was that Claire told me it was her teenage diary. She joked about how embarrassing it was, and we laughed about it. As I started skimming through it, something caught my eye. There were entries from 10 years ago, around the time Claire was in her senior year of high school. In one of the entries, she talked about this guy, Matt. At first, it was innocent enough teenage crush stuff, but then I read an entry that stopped me dead in my tracks. She wrote, "Matt asked me to help him with something huge, and I said yes. I know I shouldn't, but I really like him, and if I help him, maybe he'll see me differently. I just hope no one ever finds out what we did." My heart sank. I thought, what the hell could she be talking about? I didn't want to overreact without more information, so I kept reading. A few entries later, she wrote, "It worked. I helped Matt cheat on all his final exams. He's so grateful and said he couldn't have done it without me. I feel guilty, but also kinda proud that I made it happen. I know it's wrong, but no one will ever know." Guys, I was shocked. This wasn't just some teenage mistake. Claire helped someone cheat his way through his senior year. And she seemed proud of it, but here's where it gets worse. So I confronted her about it, and after some hesitation, she admitted that she did, in fact, help her ex-boyfriend cheat his way to graduation. But here's the kicker: she also admitted that they stayed in touch for years after high school, and Matt even reached out to her a few times during our relationship. She swore up and down that nothing romantic happened while we were together, but I felt completely blindsided. I had no idea this guy was still part of her life at all. And it wasn't just that she helped him cheat, it was that she'd been hiding this part of her past, and I couldn't shake the feeling that she was capable of more deceit than I ever realized. I thought I knew everything about Claire, and now I'm questioning all of it. I told her I needed some space to process everything. I went to stay with a friend for a few days, but I've been ignoring her calls and messages since then. I haven't told her I'm considering calling off the wedding because I feel so betrayed, and I don't know how to move forward. Our families are involved, and the wedding is coming up fast. Part of me feels like I'm overreacting because this all happened a long time ago, but another part of me feels like, if she's capable of keeping a secret like this, what else could she be hiding? Am I just being paranoid? I haven't told anyone about the journal yet, not even my best friend, because I'm afraid people will think I'm making too big a deal out of something that happened a decade ago. But Reddit, I don't know if I can marry someone who kept this from me. I mean, who even is she? AITA for ghosting my fiancé after finding out she helped her ex cheat and kept in contact with him. Edit. Wow, I didn't expect this post to blow up. For those asking, I'm planning to talk to Claire in person this weekend to sort things out. I'm not trying to be unfair to her, but I need to figure out if this is something we can move past or if I've lost trust in her for good. Update. Hey, Reddit. I didn't expect my original post to get the attention it did, but I've finally had time to process everything and talk to Claire. Here's how it went down. I took the advice of a lot of you and decided to have an open conversation with Claire instead of just ghosting her and letting my paranoia spiral. We met up last weekend, and honestly, it was one of the hardest conversations I've ever had. Claire was already in tears before I even got there, and she apologized immediately. She admitted that she had been feeling guilty ever since I found the journal, but she swore again that the stuff with Matt was in the past and that their contact had only been occasional, never romantic, and mostly catch-up stuff. She showed me their recent texts, which were honestly just boring small talk, nothing suspicious. But when I asked why she didn't tell me about this earlier, about the cheating, about staying in touch with Matt, her explanation was complicated. She swore that she didn't even think it was relevant anymore since she's not that person today. She also confessed that she didn't tell me about staying in touch with Matt because she thought I'd get jealous or suspicious and she didn't want to stir up any unnecessary drama. But here's the thing. By hiding it, she created the very drama she was trying to avoid. I told her that. I told her that the secrecy was the real issue, not her teenage mistakes. We talked for hours, and Claire was adamant that she's never lied to me about anything else. She kept saying that she wishes she had told me. After that conversation, I felt like I had a better understanding of why she kept this secret, but that doesn't mean it didn't hurt. She cried and begged me not to call it off, saying that she's ready to be 100% honest about everything from now on. I didn't give her an answer right then and there. I told her we need to pause the wedding planning for now until I figure out where my head's at. I've moved back into my own apartment, but we're still talking. To be honest, Reddit, I still feel confused. I love Claire, and I don't think she's a bad person. But part of me keeps wondering, what if she hides other things in the future? Trust is a big deal for me, and this whole situation has definitely shaken it. The wedding hasn't been called off yet, but we've definitely postponed it. I need to figure out if I can fully move past this, and I'm taking my time to make sure I don't make any rush decisions. Thanks to everyone who gave advice. I'll update again if anything major happens, but for now, I'm taking it slow.